Saving for retirement. Sounds dull, doesn't it? Something you'll deal with later, once you're older, wrinkled, and officially allowed to play golf in the middle of the week. Here's the twist. Retirement isn't about being old. It's about being free. Free from alarm clocks. Free from bosses. Free from living paycheck to paycheck. It's not boring. It's the ticket to never working again if you don't want to. The tragedy? Most people will never get there. Not because it's impossible, but because they were tricked into thinking they had plenty of time. And here's the kicker. If you think saving for retirement is boring, wait until you realize what not saving will cost you. Spoiler alert, it's decades of your life chained to a desk. According to the World Economic Forum, retirees worldwide will outlive their savings by an average of 10 years. That means millions will spend the last decade of their lives broke, dependent, and stuck. Stick around because in this video, I'll show you the 3-step framework the wealthy quietly use to save without feeling deprived, and the surprisingly simple formula that tells you your exact freedom number. By the end, you won't see retirement saving as boring. You'll see it as the single most exciting ticket you'll ever hold, the ticket to never working again. You'll know how to flip retirement from something distant and dull into a freedom countdown clock that gets more exciting every year. Hello, Insider. Welcome back to the Financial Freedom Insider, where we shred money myths, expose financial traps, and hand you the blueprint the wealthy quietly use to escape the rat race. Last time, we broke down how to crush debt, cutting the chains. This time, we're building wings, because if an emergency fund is your shield and your debt strategy is your sword, then your retirement savings is the entire battlefield. It's the ground you fight for, step by step, until one day, you don't have to fight at all. But before we jump into the how, let's face the real problem. Why most people are failing at retirement before they've even started. Here's the brutal truth. Most people are on track to retire broke. Vanguard's 2024 retirement report found the median retirement savings for people aged 55 to 64 is just $71,000. That's about 2 years of expenses for many families. And then, nothing. In the UK, the Financial Times reports that 1 in 3 workers has less than £5,000 saved for retirement. That's not security. That's a ticking time bomb. And the World Economic Forum already warned that the average retiree will outlive their savings by at least 10 years. Imagine running out of money at 75, with decades left to live. The real problem? People see saving as a chore, so they delay and pay the price. Get this wrong, and you're working till you drop. Get it right, and you're free. I once met a 62-year-old who said, "I'll just keep working." The problem? His body and his health had other plans. Retirement isn't optional when life decides for you. So why do people wait until it's too late? The answer isn't math, it's psychology. Nobel Prize winner Richard Thaler, author of Nudge, explained why humans are bad at saving. We value the present way more than the future. Psychologists call it present bias. That's why saving for retirement feels like giving something up. And the payoff is decades away. But here's the reframe. You're not saving for age 65. You're saving for a freedom point. A freedom point is the moment the cash flow from your investments and assets cover your lifestyle without a paycheck. It is not a specific age. It could be 65 for some, for others, it's 45. The point is, it is entirely up to you. A teacher I coached hit her freedom point at 48. Did she quit teaching? No. She just taught part-time because she loved it. The difference? She wasn't trapped. She could walk away any day. Once you see retirement as buying freedom, not saving for old age, the whole game changes. Let's be clear. Retirement isn't a number in a bank account. It's cash flow without paycheck. And that cash flow comes from 3 engines. 1. Investments. These could be stocks, index funds, and bonds. 2. Assets. These are rental properties, royalties, businesses. 3. Compounding. This is growth on growth over decades. Albert Einstein supposedly called compounding the 8th wonder of the world. Whether he said it or not, the math proves it. Invest $500 per month at 8% from age 25, by 65, that's $1.5 million. Wait until 35? You'll have less than half, about $680,000, which means your most powerful weapon isn't money, it's time. Here's the truth. When it comes to building wealth, your real superpower isn't money, it's time. Let me show you what that means. Meet Sarah and Mike. Sarah starts early. She invests just $300 a month starting at age 25. She does this for only 10 years, then stops completely at 35. Mike, on the other hand, waits. He starts at 35, investing the same $300 a month but keeps going all the way until he's 65. Now here's the twist. When they both reach 65, Sarah ends up with more money than Mike. Even though she invested for only 10 years, her money had something Mike's didn't: decades of compound growth. That's the magic of time. It quietly multiplies your money while you sleep. According to Fidelity, people who start saving in their 20s retire with twice as much wealth as those who wait until their 30s, even if both save the same total amount. But here's the dangerous trap that steals that time. The little voice that says, "I'll start saving later." Because every year you wait, your freedom gets more expensive. The biggest lie people tell themselves is simple: "I'll start saving when I make more money." Sounds reasonable, right? But here's the problem. When more money comes in, it doesn't go to savings. It goes to spending. Every raise becomes a slightly bigger house, a newer phone, or a fancier vacation. That's called lifestyle inflation, and it quietly steals your future freedom. According to the US Bureau of Labor Statistics, most households increase their spending almost dollar for dollar with every income raise. So their lifestyle changes, but their savings don't. I once worked with a woman who said, "I'll start investing once I'm earning more." 5 years later, after 2 promotions and a nice salary bump, her savings were exactly the same. The only thing that doubled? Her expenses. Later never showed up, because it never does unless you plan for it. So, how do you escape this trap and make sure every raise builds your future, not your bills? Step 1. Automate it. Here's the truth. If you leave saving up to willpower, you'll lose. That's why the wealthy automate everything. On payday, your money should move automatically, from your checking account straight into your investment or retirement accounts before you even see it. Behavioral economist Shlomo Benartzi found that people who automate their savings end up saving 3 times more. Why? Because it removes emotion and temptation from the process. You don't think about it. You don't delay it. It just happens. It's like putting your finances on autopilot, straight toward freedom. Step 2. Use tax-advantaged accounts. Here's where you supercharge your growth, by letting the government work for you, not against you. In the US, that means 401ks, IRAs, and Roth IRAs. In the UK, it's pensions, ISAs, and SIPPs. In Canada, look at RRSPs, TFSAS, and FHSAS. These accounts give you massive tax benefits. Either you pay less tax now or no tax later. That means more of your money stays in the game, compounding for you instead of disappearing to the taxman. It's one of the few legal cheat codes for building wealth faster. Step 3. Invest, don't just save. Saving is safe, but it's also slow. Cash sitting in a bank loses value every year to inflation. You can't save your way to freedom. You have to invest your way there. Research from Vanguard shows that 90% of long-term growth comes not from timing the market, but simply being invested consistently. That means your job isn't to predict the market, it's to stay in it. Consistency beats perfection every single time. But even if you automate it and invest smart, there's one big question left: how much is enough? Forget the idea that you need $1 million to retire. That's not how financial freedom works. Here's the real formula: the 25 times rule. Take your yearly expenses and multiply them by 25. That number? That's your freedom number. The amount you need invested to live off your money, not your paycheck. For example, if your lifestyle costs $40,000 a year, $40,000 times 25 equals $1 million. That means a $1 million portfolio can sustain that lifestyle indefinitely. This idea comes from the Trinity study, a famous piece of research that proved you can safely withdraw about 4% a year from your investments for 30 years or more without running out of money. I once met a couple who lived modestly, around $35,000 a year. Their freedom number? Just under $900,000. They hit it in their 40s and retired early. Not because they were rich, but because they were intentional. They didn't chase status, they chased freedom. But what if you're thinking, I'm way behind? Good news, it's not too late. If you're in your 40s or 50s and thinking, I started too late, take a breath. You can still catch up. You just need to play smarter, not harder. Here's how. Step 1. Max out. Catch-up contributions. Once you hit 50, the US, UK, and Canada allow you to invest extra into your retirement accounts. That's free leverage most people forget to use. Those extra dollars add up fast when they're compounding. Step 2. Kill lifestyle creep. When your income goes up, don't let your spending follow. Redirect those raises and bonuses into investments instead of upgrades. The difference between saving scraps and saving thousands. That's your timeline shrinking by years. Step 3. Delay retirement. Slightly. Just pushing retirement by 2 or 3 years can supercharge your outcome. According to AARP, waiting those few years can increase your retirement income by nearly 30%, thanks to compounding growth and bigger social benefits. Step 4. Add cash-flowing assets. Don't just save, build income streams. A small rental unit, a side hustle, or dividend-paying stocks can create steady cash flow that fills your savings gap. But here's the catch. It's not just about saving more. You also have to protect what you've already built. Let's be real. Building wealth isn't just about growing your money. It's also about protecting it from the enemies trying to steal it. There are 3 major threats to your future self. Enemy number 1, debt. Every loan, every payment, it's a paycheck stolen from your future. Before you invest aggressively, clean up what's holding you back. Enemy number 2, inflation, the silent thief. What $100 buys today might only buy $70 worth of stuff in 10 years. Your money has to grow faster than prices rise, or you're actually getting poorer. Enemy number 3, lifestyle creep. This one's sneaky. You get a raise and suddenly, you deserve nicer things. Before you know it, every upgrade cancels out your progress. The rule? Let your lifestyle grow slower than your income. Send part of every raise straight into your future, before you ever see it. I knew a guy who once cashed out $100,000 from his investments to buy a luxury car. 10 years later, that car was worth $8,000. If he'd left that money invested, it could have doubled. He didn't just buy a car. He sold a piece of his future freedom. But here's the thing. Building for the future doesn't have to feel like sacrifice. In fact, once you see how to make it exciting, it becomes addictive. Here's your mission this week. 1. Calculate your freedom number using the 25 times rule. 2. Open or review your retirement account. 3. Automate one extra contribution, even $50. Saving for retirement isn't boring. It's the boldest act of rebellion. It's saying, I won't trade my time forever. Retirement equals freedom, not age. Time is your greatest weapon. Automate. Use tax shelters. Invest consistently. Calculate your freedom number, 25 times rule. Protect it from debt, inflation, and lifestyle creep. Remember, this isn't about someday. It's about building the option to walk away whenever you want. Here's the truth. Saving for retirement isn't boring. It's your escape hatch. Your ticket to never working again unless you choose to. Drop your freedom number or your first step in the comments. We'll reply to the top ones. Hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and join the insiders who are building freedom week by week. But remember, saving is step 1. Step 2 is where the real acceleration happens. Next time, we'll talk about the engine that multiplies your money. Without it, even disciplined savers stall out. With it, you stop playing defense and finally play offense.